stresses on the society because sometimes of our own personal or collective failure. So we are moving on. And I want to bring, before we bring on the artistic part, I want to bring another person to give us a message and bring greetings, as she did last year from a foreign country. I want to now call on Ms. Nzinga Nomo from Chicago, adjunct professor of mathematics and technology at DePaul University. Welcome. Put your hands together and welcome Ms. Nomo.
Thank you so much. It's always an honor and a pleasure to come before you. Ever since I come 5 years ago, I just fell in love with your country. You have something very special here in the hearts of the people. Last year, before I get to that, I would like to publicly acknowledge the great work that Brother Matota and Mrs. Matota are doing with the Miaro Guaya Guayare Community School. Would you please just give them a round of applause? The children that I met last year were, awe-inspiring. Everyone I told when I got back to the U.S. about the discipline of these children, about the well-behaved children, about the intelligence of the children, about the eagerness to learn, they were all surprised because in the U.S., if I had given a math camp during the summer, for 4 hours, I am sure they would have been aching to leave and go out and play. But the children of the Miaro Guaya Guayare Community School were asking and actually begging for homework. And that to me says so much for their interest and eagerness to learn. Okay. What is emancipation? Some of you it may seem kind of like an overwhelming topic to some of you. So I wanted to share with you my story of my personal emancipation. We celebrate emancipation in the U.S. on June 19th as well. We don't have a wonderful parade, but we do have an event and we talk about our experiences. My experience, if you had met me 30 years ago, and I'm 49 today, that's another reason why I love celebrating. Thank you. I love celebrating my birthday with you on this national holiday. But if you met me 35 years ago, I don't think you'd recognize me at all. I had permed hair. Real straight as I could make it. In fact, please let it burn, right? So that it could be as straight as possible. I used to wear high heel shoes, aching and paining, trying to look cute and wobble my way, right, through life. I ate all kind of things. I ate out of a bag. I ate all kind of meats. It didn't matter where it came from, just give it to me. I also was working in corporate America, making a whole lot of money. But you know what happened? I started asking questions. I started asking, does this make sense for me? Does it make sense for me to walk around in shoes that just are killing me? Does it make sense for me to put this chemical in my hair, right? That will literally burn through my scalp if I leave it on for too long. Does that make sense for me? Does it make sense for me to be in corporate America where the black people are not even appreciated? Part of what emancipation is just asking yourselves, does this make sense for me? Does this make sense for you? Everyone will have a different answer to that question. But as we celebrate emancipation, you need to have the courage to embrace what makes sense for you, no matter who agrees with you or not. Everyone is in a different place. Some people, right, because of the weather or whatever, we all have our reasons. But live a life of integrity where things make sense for you, and have the courage to challenge those things that don't, right? Challenge those things that don't and make it make sense for you. Again, I'm going to close it out. I see we have another distinguished guest with us. Again, it's a pleasure speaking before you. I look forward to another Emancipation with you in the years to come. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for Ms. Noah, please. Did you hear she said she was 29 or 49? She said 29. Does she look like 29? So you all want to sing happy birthday for her? All right. Let's sing happy birthday for her. Let's start now. Let's start now. Let's start and sing happy birthday for her. She said it. All right. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Nzinga, believe it or not, Nzinga has been coming here for the last 3 years, specifically on her birthday, to participate in the Emancipation Parade. When she first came here 4 years ago, we used to go to Port of Spain. So we took her to Port of Spain to march in Port of Spain. And then we had one here, was last year? Yeah. And since that, she always wants to be in this one here. So every year she comes to Trinidad for her birthday and celebration. Last year, she did a mathematics camp for our young people, because that's her specialization. She's a mathematics professor, and we did a math camp that was very, very important to our children, and impacted on them significantly, that helped them with their mathematics. So we want to thank you for coming, Ms. Nomo, and look forward to seeing you. And you can tell your parents we sang happy birthday for you in Trinidad. Yeah.